A wild MSP chase ending in Southfield with a crash and the SUV rolling over when it all started when cops caught thieves in the act, stealing wheels off of cars.
We've been tracking a couple of rounds of rain, and we're not done yet. Some afternoon rain, maybe a thunderstorm or two as well in your Tuesday forecast.
Plus, breaking news from Springfield Township, where the 15-year-old suspect in a murder has died after being on the run for hours.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
And we just learned that the 15-year-old wanted for allegedly stabbing his grandmother to death in Springfield Township was found hit and killed by a train in Holly. You're looking at video from the murder scene. This was from earlier this morning. Our Jason Colthorpe has been following this story ever since that grandmother's body was discovered. The manhunt started and even when the suspect was found dead. Jason, bring us up to speed with what led all up to this.
Yeah, what a shocker this has been. What a turn of events in the last hour, Evrod. First, let me give you a look at the scene here that Oakland County Sheriff's deputies just cleared a short while ago. This is where the 65-year-old grandmother was killed, stabbed to death, police say, by her 15-year-old grandson. There is a second scene now that Oakland County Sheriff's deputies are working in. That's over near the train tracks within the village of Holly, where this 15-year-old, they believe, had stepped in front of a train after all this transpired. Let me walk you through everything chronologically as it happened last night. Deputies believe this 15-year-old came to this residence sometime between midnight and 5:30 and stabbed his grandmother in her bedroom with a kitchen knife several times. Around 5:42 this morning, a call came in from that 15-year-old's father saying he found a note saying there was some sort of disagreement, a dispute within the family, and that he was going to kill his grandmother. Deputies responded, found the body, realized her car had been stolen. They put out a bulletin and be on the lookout for this young man. And just a short while ago, found that stolen car and then found his body on the train tracks. Again, a 15-year-old going to be a sophomore in Holly High School. His friends don't know what would have led up to this. His family doesn't know what would have led up to this. Here's what neighbors say about the woman who lived here.
This woman was a very sweet individual. She was our pool attendant, and it just doesn't make any sense what has happened. It's just a traumatic experience for people who knew her.
It really is. And just to give you a little bit more on her, 65 years old, when he says worked at the pool, she was a lifeguard. Would work at the lifeguard at the pool here in the neighborhood a couple days a week. Apparently had a very good rapport with lots of kids that would go up there and swim. And by the accounts of many of her neighbors, kept to herself. Family would be over every now and then, never a shred of a hint that there could have been a problem like this. And of course, a lot of reaction with how could a grandchild murder their grandmother. We're working more to find out what could have caused all this, and we'll have more of that for you later on Local 4 News. Evrod.
Yeah, you really wonder why anyone would want to hurt their grandmother. Now to even more breaking news. We've confirmed the release of convicted murderer Jonathan Schmitz from a Michigan prison. Schmitz was convicted in the 1995 murder of Scott Amador after Amador revealed that he had a secret crush on Schmitz in an appearance on the Jenny Jones show. Schmitz shot and killed Amador 3 days after the show, saying that he had been embarrassed on national television. Well, it is the day after the eclipse as we turn our attention to the forecast now, and we now have a chance for afternoon storms. Brandon, bring us up to speed there.
Just glad the sky conditions were like they were yesterday, so we're able to see the eclipse. Today, not so much. The clouds a little gloomy looking out there. We have 70s, still warm and a little breezy, 77 degrees at Metro Airport, 73 up in Pontiac. It's only 70 in Sandusky. The rain has been a little heavier in our north zone. Temperatures through your afternoon touching the 80-degree range briefly with the cloudy skies and still a few more showers, a few drips out there right now, and can't rule out a rumble of thunder or two as we get through the afternoon. If you have tigers, tickets tonight. Don't worry, we're going to get the game in just fine. We have the showers that have come through 2 different rounds, a lot of it drying up in many spots, not quite getting the rain on the grass that you need, but we still have a little bit of rain up to the north that we are tracking, and this ahead of a cold front. So this is the spark for a couple of showers, isolated thunderstorms later today, also cooler temperatures moving in. Evrod will talk more about that coming up.
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Right now, we want to show you the end of a high-speed police chase that went over 100 miles per hour this morning. Michigan State Police were after a crew suspected of stealing tires and rims from all over Metro Detroit for more than 2 years. It was so bad that a special task force had to be put together to stop these guys. And as Nick Monticelli reports this afternoon, their hard work paid off today.
Good afternoon. This has actually been a bust in the making for this task force, all ending, or starting, I should say, when they caught this crew in the act here in Royal Oak, taking wheels and rims off of this Ford Fusion.
We came outside with a couple of flashlights, and the police had a couple of cruisers in the driveway, and they were shining their lights on the vehicle as well, and so it became clear right away that, yes, there had been some type of burglary.
This person did not want to be on camera, but around 4 a.m. woke up to Royal Oak police officers knocking on his door saying 2 wheels were ripped off this Ford Fusion.
I guess it's going to just be kind of annoying to have to, make that insurance claim and stuff like that, and it shakes your faith a little bit.
But that is only the beginning of this story. Last night alone, thieves hit this car and a Ford Explorer just a few blocks away, and police were watching the entire time. A task force led by the Michigan State Police had been tracking this crew suspected of stealing tires and rims, and last night they were following them. After catching them in the act, 2 suspects took off in a stolen SUV, hitting an MSP car, and then leading police on a high-speed chase, starting near Lincoln and Campbell in Royal Oak and ending with this crash near 9 Mile and Greenfield. The SUV rolled over, went through a parking lot fence, throwing one of the suspects out and trapping another underneath. Both are now in the hospital. A third suspect was arrested before the chase started.
Well, it's disturbing because it's so close.
Neighbors in the area are surprised to hear what happened, but everyone is happy they're off the streets.
Yeah, it does make me feel good that because I was also told that this has been going on for quite some time now, possibly the extent of 2 years.
Now, because these arrests just happened, you've got one still in the hospital, it's going to be at least a day or 2 until they're arraigned and we know exactly who they are and what their backgrounds are. In Royal Oak, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
All right, Nick, thank you. These suspects are believed to also be behind tire and rim thefts from all over Metro Detroit for the past 2 years, as we should mention. Multiple police departments had been looking for them, and they could also be connected to the assault of 2 Canton police officers from back in January. Even more breaking news this afternoon now from Washington, where the Treasury Department has taken actions against North Korea. The Treasury Department has placed sanctions on 10 companies and 6 individuals from China and Russia. Those firms and people conducted business with North Korea in ways that advanced North Korea's missile and nuclear weapons program. The sanctions hit companies that trade in coal and minerals from North Korea and hire North Korean laborers for projects. There are new developments this afternoon in the collision of a U.S. Navy destroyer and an oil tanker near Singapore. The Navy reports some remains have been found in sealed compartments on the USS John McCain. 10 sailors were reported missing after the collision early Monday. The family of sailor Kenneth Smith from Milford has reportedly been told that he is among the missing. The Navy has ordered as rare operational pause for its ships worldwide as it continues an investigation. After this, the second Navy ship collision within the past 2 months. President Donald Trump lays out his plan for the war on Afghanistan. It'll include more troops, but the president did not give numbers. Now he heads to Arizona for a campaign-style rally. NBC News correspondent Edward Lawrence joins us from Washington now with a look at the plan and subsequent reaction.
President Donald Trump gave little specifics about his strategy for the war in Afghanistan.
We are not nation building again. We are killing terrorists.
But the president wants an honorable and enduring outcome to the end of the war. President Trump gave no specifics on troop increases, but made it clear more soldiers and resources will join the war. Vice President Mike Pence gave more details on NBC's Today.
To assist them in their fight against the Taliban, in their fight against the Haqqani network, Al-Qaeda, ISIS that are there, and also the president's going to make available additional air combat resources using those brigade-level personnel to call in that firepower.
President Trump signaling a new policy in last night's address to pressure Pakistan to join the fight against terrorists.
Pakistan has much to gain from partnering with our effort in Afghanistan. It has much to lose by continuing to harbor criminals and terrorists.
He now heads to Arizona for a campaign-style rally with Vice President Mike Pence. The president is at odds with both Republican senators in the state.
I'm very concerned at where we are today.
In a statement, the mayor of Phoenix says he's disappointed that the president chose to hold a campaign rally as our nation is still healing from the tragic events in Charlottesville. The president also hinted he may pardon former controversial Sheriff Joe Arpaio. He was convicted for ignoring a court order. The former sheriff tells NBC News that he has no idea if he's going to get a pardon. Edward Lawrence, NBC News, Washington.
Still to come here on Local 4 News at noon, lesson dissonance. If you've ever wondered what your students learn about the Civil War while at school, you should know that it depends on where you live. We'll explain that coming up next. Plus, at least 42 people are hurt after a Pennsylvania train crash. We'll tell you why investigators continue searching for answers. And we're continuing to follow breaking news this afternoon. The 15-year-old boy who police say stabbed and killed his grandmother in Springfield Township is believed to have been found dead. Stephen Wilkerson's body was found on railroad tracks in Holly, and police are saying that it was obvious the boy was hit and killed by a train. We're back in a minute.
My daughter and I.
There was blood everywhere. That's how one passenger on a commuter train described the scene after the train slammed right into a parked train in suburban Philadelphia overnight. The mayor of Upper Darby says the incoming train was running hot when it hit the parked train in a terminal. 42 people were injured when that collision happened without any warning.
My face hit the wall, put a big hole in the wall, and then I went straight down. I blacked out. So it was loud, and it hurt.
I bet it did. All of the 42 injured people, including the train's conductor, are expected to recover from their injuries. A controversy surrounding the Baltimore, Maryland Police Department has taken another questionable turn this afternoon. Two videos recorded by Baltimore police body cams have suggested officers might have planted evidence in drug searches. You're looking at clips from one of those videos, and now a third video has been supplied by an officer reportedly reenacting the seizure of evidence. Prosecutors are saying the videos could jeopardize more than 100 drug cases. JP Morgan Chase joins in now in the fight against hate. The nation's largest bank announced on Monday that it's donating $1 million to fight hate groups. The money will be split between the Anti-Defamation League and the Southern Poverty Law Center. The move comes in the wake of the violent protests in Charlottesville, Virginia. It also follows Apple and 21st Century Fox, who've also made million-dollar pledges to anti-hate groups. Well, if you have ever wondered what your students are learning about the Civil War while they're at school, you should know that it depends on where you live. According to the Associated Press, some schools emphasize states' rights in addition to slavery and economic stress that created tensions between the North and the South. Well, here in Michigan, curriculum is decided locally, though the standards are to explain the reasons, political, economical, and social, as to why Southern states seceded. Well, a Los Angeles jury awarded a 63-year-old woman nearly $500 million. On Monday, Johnson & Johnson was ordered to pay a record $417 million to a woman who claimed in a lawsuit that the talc in the company's baby powder causes ovarian cancer when applied regularly for feminine hygiene. Johnson & Johnson now facing thousands of lawsuits from women who claim the company ignored studies linking talc to ovarian cancer. The company maintains that their products are safe and says that they plan to appeal this case along with several others. All right, still to come here on Local 4 News at noon. Sifting through all the rubble, a devastating earthquake strikes the country of Italy, but brave first responders save lives. We'll show you video from an amazing rescue coming up. Brandon?
Evrod, we have 77 degrees in Detroit, but we have 67 in Ludington, 63 in Marquette. Tracking a cold front bringing a few more showers your way today and some comfy days ahead. That's 7 Day next.
Welcome back. 2 more children are saved in Italy 14 hours after a massive earthquake shook a village, leaving dozens injured and 2 dead. A father told local media that these boys were trapped, and that's when firefighters jumped in to help. The 4.0 magnitude earthquake killed at least 2 people in Casamicciola. That deadly quake also left about 2,600 residents homeless. Well, let's turn things over to meteorologist Brandon Rue here at home. Just a bit of raindrops in our area.
Yeah, and well timed out. Yesterday we had the eclipse. Today, well, we could always use the rain, especially in August. I know some of you are saying, "Oh, come on, we're doing fine." And we are. So far this month doing all right, but every little bit helps. This is a great picture from yesterday. Our storm pinner Severe in Southfield showing us our 80% total solar eclipse, or 80% of total, and the cloud cover produced that little bit of shield that we needed to actually see it without the protective film on the camera. So there were ways of getting pictures. You just needed to get the clouds to come right in front of you. Back here, 77 degrees in Detroit, a little southwest wind at 17. That's going to be with us through the rest of your afternoon. A couple of showers, cannot rule out an isolated rumble of thunder, 82 degrees. Quickly, and then falling back off late afternoon. We have 2 to 6 p.m. as the main time frame, although we are seeing a couple of showers out there right now. The good news is comfortable air comes back into play tonight. Overnight down to 58 degrees, even cooler out in many of our suburbs, but a dry night ahead. And that is good news for anybody who has plans tonight. There is the Yankees-Tigers game at Comerica Park, and that should be A-OK. We've got this little bit of rain coming right across northern Livingston County. Not a huge impact here. We have lightning tracker on, and we're not getting any of that yet. But again, cannot rule out an isolated rumble of thunder. We have some more showers coming out of southwestern lower. There's this little area to our north. What is this well-defined line all about? Well, that is that cold front we talked about earlier, and it's a spark. Just a little lift in the atmosphere creates some of these showers. It's also bringing cooler air on the backside of it into play tomorrow and beyond. Things are looking really nice as we head into the middle and later part of this week. Maybe we keep the windows open and save a little money, air out the joint. Yankees and Tigers tonight again, upper to middle 70s and then falling to around 70 degrees. But those rain showers by about 6:30 should be wrapping up. Here is the model. At 7 p.m., it shows quite a bit of clearing here. And tomorrow, although temperatures are noticeably cooler, the humidity is down. Can't rule out a spotty, very light shower tomorrow afternoon as that cool air comes in. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's bright, it's comfortable, humidity is down, and it's dry all the way through the weekend, Evrod.
Oh, and we like the sound of that. Brandon, thank you. Still to come, an unusual drug bust in Germany. We'll tell you what some pills were shaped like that's causing controversy when we come back.
100.3.
And finally, an unusual drug bust in Germany where police found 5,000 ecstasy pills in a car shaped like President Trump's head with the name Trump printed on the back.
Authorities say that the pills have an estimated sale value of 39,000 euros. That's the equivalent of about 46,000 bucks here in the U.S. A 51-year-old man and his 17-year-old son appeared in court Sunday. In connection to that bust, it's unclear what the charges are that they face. Get it?
Yeah, we get it. Very bizarre. Finally, one last look at the forecast.
Looks good. I mean, we are going to cool off starting tomorrow. Still have to watch out this afternoon. Spotty rain, maybe an isolated rumble of thunder.
All righty, we'll see you tomorrow.
Tonight at